So now that we have built the sword, I want to finish it. This is the starting point. This is where we ended off in the last video. So for this video, I'm going to focus on what to do after you've completed your plank. You can do whatever you'd like, and this is just what I'd like to do. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some sandpaper, and I'm going to get a good finish all across every surface. I start off with 80 grit and I work my way up to, I think it was 220. I just show the 80 grit, but I do the same process 3 times over. So this is the unsanded side, there's the sanded side, looks quite nice. Now it's all sanded down to 80 grit here, and we're gonna go through to the whole handle. Starting off with the cross guard, and then the handle and the pommel, and then we're gonna work on getting those little crevices where those like circular angles come down to meet. And after doing that whole process 3 times over, this is what it looks like. Very smooth, it brings a whole new life to it and really makes that grain pop. It's super nice. It's tedious, but it's one of the best parts of it. After I have this sanded down, I'm going to give it a quick wood stain. I'm pretty sure I'm using colonial maple as a wood stain. It's okay, but it's just not one of my favorites. It's what I have on hand right now. I would probably use something a little darker next time, just so there's more variance between the wood that has been stained and the wood that's exposed after we carve it up. And I'll just apply it with a piece of cloth, and then I'll leave it for a second before coming back and wiping off any excess that's left over. This will leave a really strong coloring that'll be pretty even overall. And moving forward, I want to find different finishes that I can try to use on these to get different results. Each kind of finish has its own benefits and downsides, so I want to see what those are to see how I can get them to apply to my works. And this is what it looks like once we're done applying and giving it that wipe down after. After I have that applied, I'm going to carve in some patterns on it. I do this so that there is a difference between the stained wood and the unstained wood without needing more than one stain. So by staining it and then carving patterns into it, it'll expose the color of the bare wood underneath it. And it'll give you 2 colors with only 1 stain. So I'm going to do it on each face. There's going to be 4 faces, 2 on the pommel, 2 on the cross guard. I'm going to carve pretty much the same pattern. One of them's going to be kind of squared, and then the other one's going to be a little bit ovaled off at the top, you'll see. But all I'm doing is cutting out a V shape in the wood to make these patterns here. And all I'm doing here is I'm just running the knife along where I scribed with the pencil and then making that V cut. After that, I decided that I wanted to continue the pattern all the way around, and this is how it turned out. Not too bad. And now you can see the color variation between the stained and unstained wood. And then once we have everything carved up, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap the handle in some gutted paracord, and it'll be all set. Actually, before that, we're going to put a coat of polyurethane on it. I wasn't actually going to do this, but I decided I would do one because it looks nice. Originally, I wasn't going to do a polyurethane coat, but I'm a sucker for it. It looks pretty nice. And it gives it a little bit of protection, so if you drop it or bang it up against something, it's not going to damage it. After letting it dry, we need to go ahead and make the handle wrap. So I just took this paracord, 3 different strands of it, gutted it, braided it, and then I went ahead and wrapped it around, and it looks nice. I like it. I would say the only thing about this sword design that I don't really like is that it's not very dimensional. It's basically only as wide as the piece of wood you use to make it. Now, if you have wood glue or even some super glue, you can glue on some pieces to the sides and then carve it down, give it some more dimension. Kind of like how I built the longsword in last week's video.
And there we have our completed sword. I think it came out pretty good, honestly. I'm happy with this. It feels really good. It's got a nice shine to it. You can see color's nice and strong. Carved patterns on it look pretty cool. For the handle, what you can do is start wrapping it underneath itself, keeping as much tension in it as you can, and then you can just glue it off at the end. And it'll hold itself in there really, really strong and give you a nice, comfortable handle. But overall, that's what I did with mine. What did you do with yours? If you make a sword, let me know. I want to see it. I really want to see how you decorate it as well. Maybe I'll make some more of these and do it up in a few different ways and see what we can do with it.
I'll give you a nice close-up here. If you have any questions about any part of this, let me know, and I can try to give the best answer I have. I want to try to show you all the details here.
But thanks for watching. See ya.